So hey and welcome back everyone, and it's been a really long time since I posted a last video, and in this video we are going to do something new, something related to validation, but we are going to keep it inside Next.js, and we also be using Superbase for a few tasks. So without a further ado, let's begin. So the topic of the video is React Hook Form. So I am sure many of you have already heard of it, how it's work, and what is the task of React to Hook Form. It's a very useful things when it comes to form validation, sending form data to database, and managing the data, managing the forms. So React Hook Form has been here for a long time, and it has a huge impact on the React and the Next.js community. So we are going to explore it a little bit, and we are going to see what has to offer us, how it works, and how can we implement it inside our Next.js project. In this first video, I'm going to install Next.js and install React Hook Form, how it works, and we are going to we will be going through the schema, through the code, how code structure, how it works, what are the things that it provides to us. So here are the few things that it has for us to offer, such as React web tutorial. We don't need this, but here we see register fields, apply validation, integrating an existing form, integrating with UI libraries, integrating controlled inputs, integrating with global state, integrating with services, handle errors, schema validation, React Native, TypeScript, design and philosophy. So we will be going through each and every topic right here. And the first part is to quick start. So what we need to do is we are going to install this React Hook form in our Next.js application. But before we do that, we need to install the Next.js in our system. Here I have my Hyper open. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to write npx create next app at the rate latest, because we will be using the latest version of Next.js, and I have this React Hook form inside my root directory. So I'm going to just press dot and then this forward slash. So I'm going to press enter, and it will ask me a few questions such as would you like to use TypeScript, and we of course want to use TypeScript, so let's press enter. Would you like to use ESLint? For this video we can say yes. Would you like to use Tailwind CSS? Yes. Would you like to use src directory? No. Would you like to use app router? Okay. And would you like to customize the default import aliases? We can do it. No. So it is installing our Next.js application. So here I have my Next.js installed, and created React Hook form at this path. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just check what I have right here, and here I have my directory. So I'm going to inside in my Visual Studio Code. So I'm going to write code dot, and it will open the directory in my Visual Studio Code. So I have this basic Next.js application, and with all the files and folders with app directory right here, and with the layout, the page.tsx. So we can leave it for now, and let's go back to our React Hook form, and we can see it right here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to copy this npm install React Hook form, and I'm going to paste it right here like this. So I'm going to press enter. So now it has installed the React Hook form in our system. Now we can go back to the docs and start studying what it has to offer us. So I'm on the docs, and here's the basic usage example of React Hook form. So what is happening here? They gave us this use form and submit handler from React Hook form. They described some types here of example of string and example required of string, and it is the simple export default function named app, and below this they have imported a few things, called a few things from use forms such as register, handle submit, watch, form state with errors, and they also use this input type that they created here. What this type input is doing, it is giving us two values, first of type string and second of type string as well, and below it we have our application with the export default function app, and inside it we have described this use form, And from the use form, we are fetching a few things such as register, handle submit, watch, form state with some error. And we also pass the input to, let the use form know that we will be using only these two inputs. And apart from it, if anything else is entered, the code will not accept it and discard it as an error. Here we have this on submit, which is a function, and inside the on submit we are passing the submit handler of type inputs. So we imported submit handler from React hook form, and we are telling this submit handler that I have these this type input, which will be checking for the errors if like any other input is being entered, and then it will get the data from the inputs, and then we can console it. So what it does is it removes the part where we will be using use state to getting the data from the input and then setting and then passing it in our APIs or whatever we want to do with that. We can bypass all those steps, and we can use this submit handler and inputs and then pass our data here, and then we can get the data like this inside our on submit function. So it is console.logging watch with example, and what it is doing is it is watching the input value by passing the name of it. Okay, so this is all the part of React hook form. It gives us few things and we can get the data here. The main things come below the return. So what we are returning is form, and inside the form we are calling this on submit. So whenever the form is submitted, we will invoke this handle submit function, and inside the handle submit we will pass this on submit. So as you can see, this on submit is a function, and handle submit will handle the data that we will be sending using our form. So what is happening here, we have these two input, one is here and another one is here, and inside the input I'm setting the default value to test, and we are passing this register here, and we are registering the data that we will be getting from this input, and we gave it the name of example. So it is exactly the one that we have set above. So here we can say that the input value will be passing through this example, and similarly with this second input we have registered this example required, and this required of true is what's suggested by the name example required. So it is simple validation which is being set by React hook form that we need pass this value, otherwise the form will not be submitted. So that's why it is required of true, and we are passing some error here. So this is the way of handling the error if the form is is throwing any error, and we are getting any error like the form is not submitted, or the value that we have set is not sufficient and the value is required and we are not submitting it. So it will throw these errors to us. And finally, this input of type submit, so it is a kind of a button. So when we click on it, the form is submitted and we will get our data. So this is the basic example of React hook form. We will be implementing it in the next video, and we are going to see how React hook form actually works. So guys, this is it for this video, and I hope you have learned something new here. And this is it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Be with me, like and subscribe. Peace out.